Checking in this morning with 6th District U.S. Congressman Greg Pence. He's on the phone with me this morning. Congressman, the Congress was kind of busy putting a few things on the floor here recently, but it kind of made some of us scratch our heads and wonder, why are we messing with these things and not dealing with some other more important issues? So give me an update on your perspective on this.
Well, good morning, John. I don't know how my perspective is today. I got up at 3:30 this morning, and I literally just landed at 7:50, and I got to my office in time to talk to you. Yeah, last week we were busy with Cats and Cannabis over COVID relief. Very disappointed in that. We come out here, we've got the pandemic, we've got the economic crisis, and we passed the bill. Of course, I voted against it. Passed the bill to legalize marijuana and to let folks that had been imprisoned for possession out of jail. And that just seemed to miss the point of what's going on, particularly as positive cases spike, as hospitals get overwhelmed. It seemed pretty ridiculous. Now, I'm out here this week. We have, I won't use the acronyms as the government likes to do, but we've got a number of funding bills that are required to be done every year at the end of the year. Military funding, budget funding. I think we'll get those done. What I hope we get done is a COVID relief bill that helps the hospitals, first responders, and small businesses that are still tremendously struggling. So, we all watch the news or listen, read the news, and I'm hoping that we're going to move something forward this week. We have to.
Talking with U.S. Congressman Greg Pence this morning. Congressman, in the past, and not just with this COVID legislation, but bills in general, it's a bill for this particular topic, but there always seems to be other little pieces of tinsel and ornament hanging on those bills, too, and that sometimes causes concern for people, doesn't it?
Well, it does. It's the headline of a bill like the marijuana bill. You just didn't get into the detail of whether you believe that marijuana should be legalized or not. It's all the other things that they hung on that bill that were just incredible. Expunging records for those that possess. As I go around, John, talking to law enforcement, most of the time when people get arrested for possession of marijuana, it's because they couldn't stick a dealer charge against them. It's been many, many years since law enforcement wanted to fool with minimal amounts of marijuana. We know even in Marion County, Indianapolis, agree with it or not, they won't even arrest or prosecute possession of marijuana anymore. But with people in prison, felons who intentionally broke the law and were dealing drugs, why would we let them back out on the street?
Talking to U.S. Congressman Greg Pence this morning. Congressman, when you're checking in with people in the district, what are they telling you? What's the top priority items for them?
It is, John. It's the same thing that, it's the COVID. I've had conversations with hospitals, with CEOs, with leadership in the hospitals, with the state hospital association, county health care providers. Doing the right thing is number one on everybody's agenda. But right behind that, John, is getting more funds out to help the people that need it. And I'm all for that. And not like the last CARES Act. The CARES Act, it kind of blanketed everybody, but we didn't know what we know now. But there are folks where businesses have closed. People are out of a job. We need to keep businesses open. Just there in Columbus, Indiana, the county and the city have abated rent to keep small businesses, restaurants, in some of the properties still open. You just can't. If those close, people have no jobs, and if there's no unemployment, and in some cases that's how it works. It could expire. It will expire at the end of December. It's better to keep the businesses open, but we do have to support people that have lost their jobs, and there are no jobs out there to get. And it's as a fiscal conservative, this is a crisis. This is a pandemic. We have to do the right thing when it comes to taking care of people. And, John, that's what I hear about. That's what I hear about from everybody.
Talking with U.S. Congressman Greg Pence this morning. Congressman, appreciate your time, and keep fighting the good fight.
All right. Thanks, John. Take care. Thanks for having me.